FUD FOMO, FUD FOMO. Cryptocurrency will bring huge returns, but beware of the media hype, the clickbait, and the fake news. Hi, this is Jeff with the HODL Report. Join me on today's video as we explore media hype. Ask yourself this one important question. Does the media control how you invest? And a follow-up, and what you invest in. If you like today's video, please remember to give a thumbs up, leave some comments below, and also subscribe to the channel. The media is a generality, focus their appeal to the masses based on specific talking points that unfortunately are all encompassed in the title headline of their article. Brief statements that some may call clickbait with the sole intent of driving people to reading or watching their media report. Many of these reports offer plenty of facts, but facts which are actually twisted according to the desired outcome of the author or of the media source, an agenda which is hidden in the reporting, guiding you to act a certain way, to think a certain way, based on a formula that's designed and implemented to achieve a specific desired outcome. Trump refers to this as fake news. These so-called reporters spinning tales which are more gripping than the best-selling fiction series that's listed on the New York Times. Blogs are really no different. Groups proclaiming to be impartial, yet leading their story, their readers, towards facts that support what they want the reader to believe. But they go a step further to the absurdity as they claim impartiality, but they're quietly actually promoting and pushing the readers towards buying their service, engaging in their service, their training course, or their product. I don't know, maybe like sadists as an example. It's really difficult to differentiate fact from fiction. The mass media, as well as many blogs, actually hide the real agendas while steering the readers towards their agenda or towards buying or investing in whatever widget they're selling. So knowing this, how in the world do we actually sort through the information and decide what to invest in, when to invest, and how much to invest? How do you decide which cryptocurrency may succeed and which cryptocurrency may fail? The short answer is that it's difficult, pretty much near impossible at this point, and really all predictions to that fact, to that point, are purely speculative. That being said, there's a big however here. There are some simple tests that you can apply to really attempt and swing the pendulum in your favor and help find that diamond in the rough. We already know that there's huge potential for some of the digital assets, but not for all. And those that there is huge potential for, again, are still relatively speculative, although they're gaining and growing in the space, so we can almost perceive a specific outcome, especially given historic fact. So don't really invest. And this I think is important. Don't invest what you can't afford to lose, because we're not in a given, and this really can apply to the stock market as well as to cryptocurrency. You can invest in a stock, especially if it's boosted up by FOMO. You buy in and then the bottom falls out. So you're going to lose in the stock market just as you can in the cryptocurrency market. The cryptocurrency market is a lot more volatile, a lot more speculative, but in either you can lose. So really, again, this being said, we've identified, I think all of us have identified the huge potential. There's historic data from the past 8 or 9 years to show us that there's a trend being set with this technology. We know this technology is revolutionary. We can really establish based on this a very informed decision that, again, this technology is here to stay. And based on this revolutionary technology, we're going to see the change in how we store value, how we transfer money, how we monetize online, how we buy, how we send, how we create value, how we transact overall. The technology and the ideas seem to be at this point limitless, with a common theme of empowering those who embrace the technology. But again, not all of these companies that we see today will be here in 5 years, in 3 years, and maybe not even next year. And they won't be around to witness the boom and the explosion that's about to take place in the crypto space. Now, today on the Digital Asset Investors video, he brought up a really good point, referring back to the dot-com boom, and he compared in terms of how do you differentiate the bad companies from the good companies, comparing Pets.com to Amazon. Now, one of these companies obviously sold a bunch of hype, while the other built an amazing foundation to prove the naysayers wrong and build a company that hit a $1 trillion market cap recently and has netted the founder a net worth of a measly, I don't know, $160 billion. So you can actually go back, and I did put together a nice video, I think a week or two ago, on Ripple and XRP, a lesson that can be learned from Amazon. There'll be a link at the end of this video. I highly recommend you go back and watch that video. So as per the Digital Asset Investors video today, he really mentioned that there's a test that you can really apply, and what you want to be able to do is look at your current investments, look at those that you want to invest, and apply a simple test. Is your investment or future investment a Pets.com, .com, or an Amazon.com? As we go through this, we start by doing our own due diligence. If you go back and look at Pets.com, all the hype that was around Pets.com, you can listen to the Digital Asset Investors video. He gets a little bit more in detail to it. Needless to say, that company is no longer around, and I believe it was bought out by Pet Supply Plus or one of those companies currently owns the domain Pets.com. But what you want to be able to do is sort through the knee-deep muck of the glitz, the glamour, and the hype. And at that point, once you've sifted through all of that muck, that's where you're going to find the real companies, those that have built a solid base like an Amazon. They've built a solid product. They've begun to actually implement their service or their product. Compare these few companies to those whose glitz and glamour you just waded through, which are built on hype. They're based on a product which likely exists strictly in conceptual form on paper and with no working prototype or no working model. What we all need to do is we have to read, we have to watch, we have to listen, we have to do our own research. So again, remember my advice. Do your own research, invest only what you can afford to lose, and then again, I said this earlier, this is true for stocks as well as cryptocurrency. Invest only in what you feel comfortable investing in, and don't buy or sell based on the FOMO or FUD that's spread online. And with that, I'm going to wrap up today's video. If you liked the video today, give a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, fill out any comments. I've got some great content that I'm working on that'll show up in my next video, and with that, I'll see you on the next video, and keep on hodling your crypto.